Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how to keep your hamster warm in the winter time. So our winter, it does like snow a lot and it does get cold pretty easily. So why I'm going to be sharing this with you is because of where I live. I definitely have like cold things, and some of these ideas might really work for you guys. And I know that now it's like definitely getting colder and other places, not just places that usually always aren't like super hot in the summertime. Like Florida, I think is now getting cold, and I think LA and stuff is still, kind of warm and stuff. But if Florida is getting cold, that means that pretty much it's getting cold outside. So what I'm going to be showing you today is I'm going to be showing you a couple ways of how to keep your hamster warm. So the first one is pretty easy. Avery's sleeping right now, so she might not come out, I'm not sure. But the first one is pretty easy, and you should be already really doing this in your cage, even if it's not really like warm out, because it should just be a thing that your hamster has in your cage. Is like more than like 2 to 3 inches of it. Now this is like around maybe 3 inches, maybe even more. I don't really know. Like maybe even, oh yeah, that's like maybe more than 3 inches. But you want to have a leveled thing so they can dig under there, and that will keep them warm because there's a lot of it. Oh my gosh, look at that face. Look at how skinny she looks when she comes out. Her like face looks so like small. Oh, she's tired. Oh, I feel bad she's tired. But anyway, you should be having like 3 inches of bedding in your cage, because that will definitely make it more warm in there and more closed off in there, and have it so they can dig around everywhere and won't peep their head out over here. She likes to dig and put her like the bedding in there. I know that this looks like no inches, but it's fine. But they want to have like a nice coat of bedding so they can dig all over the place and not have their body sticking out. So that's one of the big things. So the second thing is you want to, if you have like a tank, which everybody should be switching to, honestly. I recommend tanks, I recommend bins, anything like that. If you have like a tank, they come with like this netted, not come with, but you, like usually people get these netted things. They're for lizards and stuff. Oh, she's like right there. They come for lizards and stuff, but if you get this, put a blanket over it like halfway. It will close in basically like the air, and will make it like a blanket over them. So I definitely recommend having a blanket. I used to have this in the summer too, just because I like how it's not the background, like the background is this blanket, even though it's not super pretty. I definitely like having a blanket over her cage at all times. I never close it up all the way because that's gonna be hard for them to breathe, even though, I mean, they don't have like a God, Avery, why? No, Bebe. I'm gonna give her some sun seeds because I feel like she's just getting distracted by my voice. So you can have some sun seeds. There you go. But anyway, yeah, I recommend having a blanket over your cage. Now, 3 is having like different kinds of bedding. So I have hay in it, which doesn't really keep them warm, but paper towels, tissue paper, anything like in toilet paper, if you like shred it up and then you put it in place. Sometimes Avery likes to take it for her nest. Now, I think that this is her nest, like she's just using that as her nest. But it definitely keeps them warm. I know it's very thin and stuff, but it's so like kind of like if you put a lot in there and they sleep in it, it keeps them very warm, and it keeps them like as a blanket. So I definitely recommend having paper towels in your cage, even if it's not the summer too. Now, number 4 is a little bit of a stretch, and I recently, like when it started to be winter in where I live, it got very cold, like really quick, and now it's like warmer, so I don't have it in well, not in her cage, but I don't have it anymore for her. But I did right when I first had her, or like when it first started to be winter, this month or so, last month or so, I did this because I felt like she, it was very cold, and I felt like it was very cold in her there. So you never know how cold or how warm it is in their cage. So you want to be doing these things, like don't put all of them together, even though I have like all of them. Don't be putting them all together if it's not super cold out. If it is cold out and you're having to wear more than one layer in your house, then you should be putting all of them together. But it is like heating pads. I'll show you guys. Okay, I don't know where mine went. I don't really know where my heating pads went because I don't use them anymore. But basically what you do is you put fleece together. You like sew them together. Then you put some rice in there, and then you microwave it, and then put it in spots where they sleep. So I used to put it where, like, I put it over here because she was sleeping over here and stuff like that. I put it where she was sleeping because obviously they're fine if they're just walking up, but you don't want them to go into hibernation. So that's why you want to be putting their heating pads like in there. And even if it's not like where they're exactly sleeping, that heat will rise up and then it'll make like that area kind of warm. So I definitely recommend having heating pads if your house is kind of cold, but Avery is fine with these 3 things that I already have in her cage. So it'll be, fine. She'll be fine. But when it first started, I wasn't, I had to put them in there because it was kind of colder, like out. So she did need them. But if you aren't like, your room isn't very cold, you shouldn't be putting it in there. Okay, so number 5 is putting them next to a heater. Even if it means that you're close to a window, still be putting them close to a heater. So like she's pretty close to it, because obviously that heat will most likely go boop and it'll be around her cage. So, I recommend a heater. Put them by your heater, even if it means putting them by close to a window, even though, like, as you can see, that's my window. Oops. This is my window. Here's her cage. It's pretty close, but having them by a heater is good. So that's the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys tomorrow. But I also want to say that this week is kind of like a rant week. I don't really have videos that I'm going to be putting in stuff. I might be doing more like review videos and review products and stuff, because that's another really quick, easy video, because I don't really have like anything big. Like, I'm not going to be changing her cage anytime soon. Her cage is going to look like this for another like 2 weeks or so. And I don't really have any other things that I'm going to be doing. I have a couple more ideas, but I don't have that big of ideas. So this week will probably be a rant week, and then next week I'm going to try and do it more like reviews and stuff. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye! Can you say bye, Avery? Say bye-bye. Oh, she's so cute.